Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Let's talk about some serious news coming about for two cryptos that I consider top 10 cryptos right now in the space. And this is something where if you do hold Cardano and or Solana, you're going to want to stick around and watch this video to the end because this is some good stuff. You need to know what's happening next week, so please stick around and hear what I have to say, okay? Because this is a period of time where not just as a trader and an investor within cryptocurrency, there's a lot of variability going on. It's extremely volatile, so we're going to address a lot of the issues that you guys might be facing and get down to the bottom of this, okay? So welcome back to the channel. If you guys are all new here, awesome. This is a great time to get involved within the cryptocurrency sector. If you guys can, make sure you smash that like button and please subscribe down below. And let me know what I have to say. Your thoughts on that down below in the comments box, okay? But we're going to dive into this because right now Cardano and Solana are set to unlock $85 million plus within a time period, okay? So these token unlocks are something that is scheduled. That's something where I'm going to talk about the numbers, and then I'll give you guys my opinion and how this is going to impact the price for Cardano and Solana, in my opinion, okay? So if you hold these cryptos, you're going to want to hear what I have to say. All right, but please remember, not financial advice, always your own research and due diligence. And let's dive into the market today, where you can see it's another green day. And that's a great thing to see, especially after what we have going on. The conflict in the Middle East between Iran and Israel, if there's ever going to be something brewed from that, excuse me. It's unfortunate that we have to deal with this stuff in the world. And, it's just something where mankind's best left without it. And that's something that we have in common with crypto trading is I think crypto trading is left best without any of these unfortunate events going on. So I'm going to talk about crypto in this video. I just wanted to share with you guys kind of what, in my personal opinion, what is kind of overshadowing the whole market and what we had planned for October. It's unfortunate. They had no perception of how the markets react and perform in October historically because now we were just basically falling flat on our face after a time period where there was a lot of thoughts where we might be getting, World War III or some really intense conflicts going down in the Middle East. So I want to share with you guys what's going on. And right now, as we look at it, Solana up 2.8% on the day, trading at about $149, currently at almost a tick below $70 billion in market cap. Cardano's at 35.84, giving up a little bit more from the morning session where we were up a little bit over 2%, now trading at 1.7% up on the day. Okay, so both of these cryptos I believe in long term, just to kind of preface what I'm about to say. So I do hold both of these, and it's something where Cardano, I'm very bullish on that because I think it's an extreme value at these low levels compared to say if you were like me and bought them way back when, you pretty much ruined all your cost basis. Despite buying it at a low point, I also bought it as high as $2.90. So that's a very important why we want a dollar cost average within cryptocurrency. Okay, so that's kind of where we're getting into this conversation, right? How many are we going to unlock, right? How many are we going to unlock? Let's go over the numbers. This is going to be $85+ million in value that will be released to the circulating supplies this month. We've seen from October 8th to the 14th. Now, this will increase a lot of the conditions within the market because what they're going to do is it's going to increase the circulating supplies, and that would in turn lead to a supply shock possibly and impact the price action within both of these cryptos. Now, specifically, Solana will have one of the larger unlocks. The majority of this number is for Solana. They're going to release 524,000 plus SOL. That's going to be valued a little bit over $78.5 million in linear unlocks over the next week. Now, that's 0.11% of the Solana circulating supply. So it's something where you have to understand how this works, and I'm going to get into kind of why unlocks are important to follow because it does work for both sides of the equation. Now, Cardano, on the other hand, will unlock 18.5 plus million ADA. That's going to be a little bit over 6.5 million in a single cliff unlock over the next 7 days. So this will be just a little bit under 0.05% of the circulating supply. So why are we talking about this? Well, this is something where when you do increase that supply, these are private wallets that are now unlocking tokens or cryptos, and now that's available for people to sell on the open market. So why is this important? Well, a lot of cryptos are kind of doing this within the rest of the market. You can see here by this graph, Solana is one of the largest that we will have from October 8th to the 14th. In terms of sheer value, 78.57 million, like we talked about, okay? And that's kind of why it's important and relevant. ADA, it's not the largest, but it's 18.53 million, and that's relevant because outside of Aptos, that is the largest that we do talk about in terms of the token cliff unlocks, right? So ADA, Solana, both on the tops of those lists, and that's kind of why we're talking about it. Now, why does this matter? Okay, well, as cryptocurrency investors, this is the big thing, right? It's also important to understand that we can have that supply shock when you have a number, a significant number, albeit, that are unlocked and that can be sold on the open market. This could be, developers. It could be anybody responsible for some aspect of the project that has access to these tokens, and then they can go sell on the open market. Also, if it's something where the crypto world's doing good, kind of like what we're seeing now, this also could have a positive effect, right? If we have the momentum increasing, demand's increasing, this is something where the token may end up remaining stable. There's no reason to sell, or even we might see an increase if there's all that momentum to be bought. Now, right now, this is something where you have to worry about it because there is that volatility and fear in the market. So if we do see a little price drop, a little correction from these unlocks creating some selling pressure, that's something that I'm not going to be kind of overreacting to. That's just me personally. You guys can do whatever you want. But it's just something where I think in the market where you have people that potentially are looking to sell and it couldn't sell because their tokens were locked up. Now they do have that ability once we hit October 8th through the 14th, okay? And that's going to be kind of congruent to what I'm going to be doing during that time period. I'm going on a vacation, so I'm really not going to be paying too much attention to that. So it's kind of just going to be happening. Whether they're unlocked and we do see a little sell-off, that's fine, because if you do believe in the long-term prospects of any of these projects, this is something where it is, albeit a very small percentage of that supply, it's still a very large dollar amount relative to kind of our everyday trading. So it is something noteworthy and a reason why we want to talk about it. Okay, but I do think this will create some volatility, especially with what we have going on in the broader market. The more events that you have that move the market, you have token unlocks, I think that does create a lot of volatility, and that's kind of what's going to be factored into how I'm looking at it. So previously we have seen unlocks, and it works both ways. Like I said, sometimes it's a positive effect, sometimes it's a negative effect. Nobody has that crystal ball, but historically unlocks usually lead to more of a sell-off than not. So that's kind of what we're looking at. It is kind of balanced, though. It depends on the rest of the market, and that's where I look at these two cryptos, not only Solana, because they are very, very volatile in nature. So we expect some volatility with Solana, so I don't think that's going to be impacted too well. I could see there being a sell-off, but then obviously it's Solana. It could be bought right back up to $149. But Cardano, despite this unlock, I think still stays relatively stable. If we look at Cardano's chart, you can see exactly what I'm talking about. And we haven't been moving up or down. It's just been hovering around this 30 to 50 cents range and just bouncing up and down, slightly going above, slightly going below. And people are trading it, but it doesn't have that volume that creates that volatility that we do see with Solana. So that's just kind of my update. The token unlocks will be October 8th through the 14th. So if you want more news and information, we'll see how the markets react. Make sure you guys all subscribe down below for more. And then when that time period comes around, I'll be sure to give you guys updates as well as kind of everything that's going on with the market that day. So appreciate you guys watching. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you in the next video.